Hi guys, usually when I do reviews I focus on the size of a bag, what you can get in and all of that, and I never really think about would I show different versions. A couple of bags I've done comparison within the same model, such as Mulberry Alexa. I showed you the loopy Alexa versus a regular one, and then also a Bayswater. I showed you my printed printed NVT one versus was it a goat one, I think, just to show sort of the texture and the structure of the bag, how it was different. And to me, I always thought like that wouldn't really be that useful, but I had lots of people actually tell me that they found it useful, because when they're looking at a certain model that they really like the look of and they know they want to buy that model, it's actually nice for them to see that in different textures or finishes or whatever. Also, sometimes there's subtle differences within that. So I thought, I've got 3 lilies here, I'm going to show you all 3 as long as I still have them. So the first lily that I had, so they're all regular lilies, I have to say, and this one was the first one that I got. It is printed oak, and you probably know I've got a thing for oak. I've got especially a thing for printed oak, yeah, I was just actually wondering as I was thinking about filming this piece, I wonder whether the chain, the leather that's interwoven in the chain, is printed as well, but I can't see any evidence of any print on there. So not that you really would notice it because it's such a fine strip, but I think it's just an oak leather strip basically. So you can see, obviously, we've got the soft brass hardware there. The strap is soft brass, then with the oak leather interwoven. She currently got a Lolo Pilo in there. But what I wanted to show you is that you can see she's quite, because the printed holds the structure, she's not very slouchy, which a lot of people like. So if you don't like bags being too soft and slouchy, this is probably a really good option for you. Any of the printed bags should typically hold their shape better. So you can see, not very floppy. I'll just show you the inside. It's just self-lined, and a variation against another one I will show you in a second is here you've got the back pocket basically incorporated into the back, so I can't take it out, and it's all just the suede. Let me show you, can you see that? It's all just the suede on the inside there. So there. Just pop that to one side. Then, very, very similar, we've got just an NVT oak one. That's still in there. So the strap, I haven't checked whether they're exactly the same length. I would totally expect that to be the same length. Yeah, it's the same length. The biggest difference that you will notice is that this one is a lot more slouchy, a lot softer, much softer. So if there's no stuffing in there, she just kind of folds and slouches, and there you can see. Floppy. I have to say, for this one I don't have a cloche, so this one has a cloche with the little cute horseshoe charm, and the big difference here is so self-lined on the inside, but actually, sorry, I said earlier this one is self-lined, but I don't think it is. No, it's suede lined. It actually has a layer of suede stitched on there, whilst this one is self-lined, so that's just the other side of the hide you see there. And this one therefore has a little fabric pocket on the inside, so that is quite different. And I had people ask me before, oh, is this one genuine? Not this one, but when they came across lilies on eBay and they were used to one or the other, and they said, oh, is the other one genuine? Because obviously it's quite a big sort of difference in terms of design. I can assure you they're both genuine, but it's quite different. So this one has actually a sewn in fabric pocket, whilst this one has the back pocket inside the back basically. You can't sort of move it out, and this one also isn't lined, and you just see the inside of the hide there. But obviously very similar leathers, only that this one holds its shape, but the colour and how they wear will be quite similar. And then what I've got here is my what's it called, plaster pink wrinkle pattern. this one is lined again with suede, and it also has the fixed inside zip pocket here, and it has the rose gold hardware. Now what I can tell you is that rose gold hardware is quite prone to wear, so it feels very, very special, but as far as having an everyday chuck it around kind of bag, probably not one to go for. You'd probably be much better served in something like this, or maybe a gold or something like that, if you want it. Obviously this looks a lot more sort of pretty and these, although I always consider oak to be very neutral, so I would probably put it with everything. But then again, I never really match my shoes and handbag, so yeah, personal preference, I guess. The other big not difference is it's done in the same way, but because you've got very thin strips of leather which are then inked, this has these are definitely thinner for some reason. Well, I guess because the leather is softer and less stiff, and you've got thicker strip here, and a different coloured inking. So whilst the inking is kind of colour matched on the yoke, on here it's contrasting. So you've got plaster pink and then the grey inking to be the same sort of with the back. Sort of, I guess it's more of a taupe kind of inking. This lily also has the horseshoe charm, so unfortunately I don't have a lily at the moment where I can show you with a padlock, because the later ones came, I think, yeah, these were earlier ones, the later ones came with a padlock in the cloche. And is there anything else to tell you? No. If you want to know more about what fits in a lily and all of that, go and have a look at my lily video, which I will reshoot at some point, so you have a better quality one, and I'll reshoot it with one of these three. So that was a bit of a quick one. I hope you found it useful and I wasn't rambling too much. Let me know what you think. Bye!